Hi, this is Lynn from Pollen Floral Design, a Chicago-based floral design studio, and today I'm going to be showing you how to pin a boutonniere. A lot of people get kind of anxious around this task, and it's really not difficult once you have done it a few times, gotten a little practice in, and get used to it. So hopefully by the end of this tutorial you'll feel a little more comfortable pinning boutonnieres. First of all, let's talk about where the boutonniere should be placed. The boutonniere should be placed on the left lapel. Oftentimes you will see a buttonhole, like you can see here, and that buttonhole now is kind of a relic of past times, but in the days when men would stick a single flower stem into their buttonhole, this is where it would be placed. And a boutonniere is actually French for the word buttonhole. So you can use that buttonhole, if there is one, as a guide for where the boutonniere should be placed. I generally like to place my boutonnieres kind of equidistant between the two sides of the lapel, and then also equidistant from where that top seam, where the notch comes in, where that's located, so that it's kind of centered in that area. I like for the stems to point down towards the angle where the lapel ends at the bottom of the lapel. So to pin the boutonniere, I will often first sort of place the boutonniere where I'd like to see it end up, and then I flip the lapel over so that I can see what I'm doing, because all the action on pinning a boutonniere happens underneath or behind the lapel. This allows the boutonniere to be pinned without the pins being visible. So I flip the lapel over and begin placing one of the pins through the lapel. So from the back, you're basically making a little stitch that's going to go from the back of the lapel to the front of the lapel, catching the boutonniere on the way back to the back of the lapel. I like to put my first pin up towards the top of where all the stems come together. The stems may be wrapped with ribbon or floral tape or twine, but generally I like to place the first pin at the top of where those stems come together. And the pin kind of runs somewhat perpendicular to the stems of the boutonniere. The second pin I like to use because if you just use one pin, the boutonniere can kind of pivot on that point. Using the second pin a little bit lower than the first helps to keep it much more securely in place. So here you can see the boutonniere being pinned in action. Flipping the lapel, placing one pin in first, getting it through those stems, getting the second pin, placing that one a little bit lower, and then I'm adjusting the pins just a little bit to make sure that they won't be seen sticking out from behind the lapel. And there you have it. That's how to pin a boutonniere. Thanks for watching, and please check out our website at pollenfloraldesign.com.